the Photoshop screen?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So this is a little example file that we have. It's organized in sort of groups for the different screens. So I'm just showing you the various different screens. And then within each of those screens, there's various different hierarchical structures for the components.
Mm-hmm.
So the window you see here is the Zero Height plugin.
Mm-hmm.
And so this just drops straight into Photoshop. When you install it, like Jerome was saying, there's just an installer that gives you this option as an extension. So at the moment there's a project selected, but we'll go ahead and create one. So in this is the side menu where there's various different things that you can configure. And one of the things you can do is change the project. So if I just create a new project, then it pops up the settings for this project. So these are the things that apply to the exports that you're going to do in the future. So there's a local save folder, and that's where the assets get stored when you save them locally, because that's something that you can do to check that kind of what's getting exported is right. There's a design resolution, so that is the design, like the
scale that you design.
Yeah, the scale that you're designing out.
Is it only one of the three, or can you have three of them selected?
So as I was saying, this is the resolution, the scale that you're designing your image at. These below are the resolutions that you want to export. So you might be designing at 2x, but then you want to export like 2x and 3x.
Gotcha.
And so what that will do is take like a 1x and a 1.5x. And so it kind of seamlessly handles that depending on what design resolution you're working at. So yeah, these are the resolutions that you're actually exporting. So you've got iOS and Android, and so we'll just save those settings. And this drops us into the screen where there's no layers added at the moment to Zero Height. So we need to choose layers that we actually want to track. So all that you do is select them in Photoshop, and then click to add. Click this button down here, and you can also select multiple things if you need to add multiple. So that's kind of added them as being tracked in Zero Height. There's lots of things that you can do sort of with them once they're in Zero Height. So if you need to go ahead and rename separately, different to what they're named in the Photoshop file, then you can do that. And it also ties back. You can see when I click them, it selects the right thing in Photoshop, so you can see our avatar one's actually this file. So each of these assets also has settings. Similar in terms of resolution, so you can sort of override the resolutions, and then there's also padding and width and cropping. So these are all things that people have said to us that they were doing manually beforehand, and so it's very easy just to kind of add a bit of padding around the edge of the image if that's what you need. So let's go ahead and save this asset locally. So I click the little folder icon next to that asset, and that's gone ahead and opened the folder for me in Finder. So as you can see, it's saved the different resolutions.
So every time you have to click on a separate folder to save.
Only if you want to look at it locally, and as you can see, there's the option to do it on a screen level. So if you wanted to save everything on this screen, I'll save that locally.
Gotcha. Okay.
Then you would hit that, and it would go ahead, and it opens the screen folder. So the way that it organizes it is there is a top level assets folder, and then it puts them in screen directories. And then within those screen directories, you've got the folders for the actual assets. So it kind of does. You say you do quite a regimented layout. It does that for you. But I mean, this local saving is only really just to check that everything's right. So we'll also save you a little preview of the whole screen. But this is just for checking purposes. It's just so people can check whether sort of what they're sending to the server is right. So if we click this button and do a send to the server now, and it will sort of chunk through and do those uploads. So this icon's now green to show that it's been synced over to the server. And you can click this button to open it in the site. So we're now being transferred to this is the Zero Height site.
Yes.
where we can look at the different versions of the asset. You can click on them, make sure they look okay.
Yeah.
As we were talking about before, this is the version history, so you can look back and see how the assets changed over time.
Yeah.
So if we just go up a bit in the directory structure, then you can see each project has got screens, and you get information about when these screens were uploaded. And yeah, each screen has assets, and you've already seen this page.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the basic.
What did you write this backend in?
Pardon?
What did you write the backend in?
The website is Rails for now.
Rails. Okay. Cool.
So similar to Redmine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you can also view all the assets in the project, and at the moment we've only got one. Okay, so now we're going to jump on over to the integrations. Okay. So clicking on the setting next to the project opens a little tab which allows you to add integrations.
Yeah.
So this would be where like the Redmine integration or whatever would be. For now,
Yeah.
just show you like a little example of
Jira.
Jira or Slack. Like Slack might be useful if you say the developers use Slack. Then
Yeah.
that could actually be
Yeah.
could actually be helpful if they just get a little ping on Slack when the assets get updated.
Cool.
So if I just click, so I'm just syncing the rest of the
Guys,
files
I'm just mindful that I have a meeting in 5 minutes. I'll just
Okay.
it's with Rob from Red
Okay.
Sea. Let me just tell him that I'm gonna be a bit late, but like what?
Yeah, no worries. Like we can wrap this up like
Yeah.
as quickly as you need to. Like I'll just quickly we'll come back to the integrations and we'll just take a look at the command line side of it. So
Yeah.
I just quickly deleted the config file there because that gets automatically written
Yeah.
for you each time. So the command line tool it's pretty basic. It just has two commands, and the main command is pull.
Yeah.
That's just to like actually get the files. So the first
Yeah.
time you run a pull, we're going to show you we're in an Xcode directory. So we've got the Xcode project and we've got the image catalog there called media.xcassets. And I can just quickly flash up the little project that we've got. So this is just the project with like an example thing in it. We've got a screen here which is waiting for some assets. So hopping back on the command line, we'll just do a little pull and it says it's found the image catalog. Shall we download to there? So I just say yes.
So basically, first you need to navigate to the folder where your Xcode project is, and there you do the pull, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
top
Right,
top
yeah.
level directory.
Okay.
So it's kind of similar to Git.
To Git, yeah.
It's a repository,
Yeah.
and it stores a little config file at the top level, so that like next time I obviously won't have to tell it to where to write to and what project to put.
Yeah.
So let's just pull the project, which is the one that we just created. So what it's done here is downloaded into the image catalog the necessary things. So it's gone through the screens. At the moment, we've only got one screen, and for each of the assets, it's fetched the resolutions that we uploaded, just the iOS ones because that's the appropriate one. So if we just hop back over to
Voila.
Xcode,
Yeah.
we have the assets in the image catalog, including the preview actually, which is another useful thing that we found because we kind of heard of designers showing that separately. We think it's nice for the developers to have the preview there, so they need to work off it or whatever. They can even put it as the background for their project. So, because I'd already said that the asset was called preview, it's found it, and then if we just link this one to the avatar one asset, then
So now if you quickly go and update that in Photoshop.
Okay,
if I
let's do
just go
that.
and scribble on him a little bit,
There you go.
and then we'll just upload him
So
again.
that's the magic here.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling the art director that's the main that's the killer feature. That's the
Yeah,
streamlining
so-
of
yeah.
efficiency.
The killer feature.
So now when you pull, it's all very, very quick.
Yeah, so if we just
Xcode doesn't refresh automatically.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
You see?
And that's it. You've got your updated asset.
Yeah, yeah, cool guys. That's really nice.
Awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, if you guys want to start using that, we'll ping you. Ping you a cheat
Absolutely.
code.
Yeah, I would give this. I'll sit down with the CTO, show them this video, and